陽が傾いて石の隅に影を落とす遠く雷鳴が孤独を呼ぶどんな結末なら許せる乾いた足跡に雫が落ちる君の愛が宇宙に放たれ記憶を集めて
Wowzer! Yeah!
Find
from the tar? Heads up, Sam! Oh boy, that must talk.
Jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jabbering. Walking towards the light that guides you home. Whisper, whisper, whispering, whispering. Nobody is there. Nobody knows. If they bothered to see from the cage to bay, nobody cares. Nobody knows. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Waste of breath, a mindless stare. Simply stone. Carry your weight into the oblivion. Deep into the unknown. We have no choice to where we're thrown. Get out. It's just the
Okay.
just to wind up alone. But it's just how it goes. 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 Just how it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's just how it's just how just
Gotcha. That's the way. Gotcha. That one. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine.
And the tears switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stuff, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61.
Thank you, Sam.
Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise. and sit in circles and talk numbers. I never.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? Minus 61. Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife, and the sun's out of sight. I see the world they built to lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. Made the world
Very impressive work, Sam. Please take measures to withstand the cold.
What is it?
Engaging weapons restriction. Take care, Sam.
Hope is the thing with feathers that catches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope.
Gotcha.
Hey. Good morning. Hey.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
their life to cross and here, sit. This cargo is damn near perfect to my eye. That's quite a feat. Good job finding this. Honestly, I'd already... There's no denying. I'd like you to put this...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to calling ghost tech. From what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wavelength. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I shared with you is the product of research that leverages this principle. The chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, it should also deal damage. You can't use it without anger. Gotta think before you know, even I've heard so if the chiral and if you can deliver my research data to there's a lot of... If you bring... I came here with the advance expedition, actually. Tagged along with this one researcher. Can't go anywhere without tripping over stranded cargo in these parts, you see. The stuff we found was like nothing we'd ever seen. So, when I thought that if I got this... Moving forward, Well, I'm familiar. He's researching, but why the specialty is met. If all that's... However, so I'd say your best bet is... It's entire... It fires a focused bolt of chiral radiation. Packs a powerful punch. It's also great against mechs. Hell, this spectrum... Its size does make it a touch. If you can get... They've got some Thanks again. So I'll be... I don't... Your support... Anyway. So if... Good luck.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears, despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case. I can only... For now, Sam, it is impact. And the suit, when you are...
Order completed. Well done.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with data from within chiral network coverage only. Commencing route creation. delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care out there.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Minus 61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the great system's turned into traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? Minus 61.
Hydration recommended.
Level rises high in my cold paradise. Men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong?
Now leaving ground network coverage.
mind.
A silent, faulty feeling. A silent fault. A silent, faulty feeling. A silent fault. I sigh and fall to the ceiling. I sigh and run to the kneeling. A silence for the feeling. Ran out of all the meaning. I ran out of. It's hard to fall believing. It's hard to fall. So many men are losing while out there doing the proving. It's no surprise he's doing.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well, at one moment. Marvelous. This is an absolutely impeccable condition. Well, now, this was not. I'm on the cusp of. Go ahead and connect.
Now displaying your current order grade.
On the network at last. This. As for the cargo, I apply. You'll find. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survival. It's hard to say, but Higgs. So that's all. ID? Unfortunately, though, such firepower is. In addition, I'm happy. You can swap them. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered. In the wake of the Death Stranding, we've been witness to all manner of new and unknown phenomena. The research team to which I belong has worked to classify said phenomena, that we might determine which can be leveraged for practical applications. The Phantom Smith is also one of our number. The two of us shared a mentor, as it happens. The man responsible for developing the navigational systems of the DHV Magellan. His influence is largely why I study vehicles and related tech. We don't yet know why ghost mechs are able to operate outside of chiral network coverage, but we do have a working theory. And if the underlying principles of this theory prove true, we can take advantage of them. Fortunately, the cargo you've brought may well hold the answers to many outstanding questions. I strongly suspect we'll make rapid progress in the days to come, meaning you can look forward to even more new and exciting creations.
It fires chiral particles at an extremely high velocity. Its considerable size makes it impractical to carry, so we've designed it to be mounted on pickup off-roaders instead. Whilst it needs a moment to charge before it can be fired, it boasts tremendous stopping power. And it will automatically track hostile targets, allowing you to engage with ease whilst driving. Giant BTs and ghost mechs are tougher than ever these days. It's truly unfortunate, but we have no choice but to rely on weapons of this caliber. A necessary escalation to combat Higgs and his forces. But I must also reiterate that due to the destructive potential of this cannon, it should... Thank you again. I'll be sure... Oh! A gift. I'll need some... I'll be sure...
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started, and to prepare for what's to come. I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patron's funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB-00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knot is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knot delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
I dare say tomorrow may have mastered her unique abilities. She can complete the apple aging exercise flawlessly and with remarkable consistency. It's been a boon for her confidence, and I am ever so happy for her, as I'm sure you are as well. That looks wonderful. Pierre Southern of South Fort Knott, was it? To think his mentor was instrumental to the development of the DHV Magellan's propulsion systems. One could go so far as to say that he's one of our vessel's many fathers. So, operations at the Eastern Environmental Observatory are managed by just one man, all alone in the mountains. Must be terribly stressful. To survive in such extreme conditions, you cannot afford to let despair take root in your heart. Hope is an indispensable asset. Not to downplay the benefits of the cargo you brought, but the truth of the matter is that it won't make a difference for him that quickly. But what no doubt served to give him immediate comfort was the presence of a helpful soul. You, Sam. Porters can be bearers of light for those struggling in darkness. He'll not soon forget what you've done, nor the warmth that filled his heart when you arrived. Come to think of it, no matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventure is it a... You know, Sam, if failing... Igor, I see... I've been mulling over he's gone. The closer we... No matter how... No doubt... I don't really...
Hello, Sam. You're fun? Oh.
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive, and while it is indeed a civil... The financing for that work, it would be fair to... Charlie was... This only increased... Of course, it now seems likely that if everything, including the... Then it's plain... Further investigate... This is a delicate... As such, you're... As all...
Commencing route creation. delivery route finalized.
Vehicle ready. Please drive through. Order accepted. Thank you. Hydration equipment is set.
I'm counting on your aid.
Sam, it's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge Baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified, and now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
Chops and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stuff, but I still won't sleep. Is it that I become -61? Now the water level.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery.
cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and war.
Please take measures to instate care. I will always support you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife, and the sun is out of sight. I see the world I built to lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Battle.
face of blonde with a dimple. In a city I know. In a city I don't know.
Sam, you can't come.
Thanks for coming. No issues with... What a treat. I've been wanting to find a way to support your efforts, and so I'd like you to have this. I've increased your materials at...
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
With this baby... Not... But... Yeah, don't...
Order completed. Well done.
Much obliged, Sam.
I don't like the look of your cargo. It'll be beyond repair soon.
creation. Delivery route.
There's nothing left. This.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Just a bit further now. You're mine. Woohoo! That's the way. You're mine. Gotcha.
The thoughts I try to sway.
Welcome. Just give me a moment. There don't seem to be any real problems with the cargo. Looks like the end is finally in sight, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We'll prep them. It won't be long.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knot. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link... For now...
Beto.
up some chiral jammers. Now, we won't be able to proceed with our plans until they're out of commission. And that's not our only concern. Ghost mechs have been spotted in the region, and we have every reason to assume that they're making preparations to hinder our efforts. I'm afraid it's only going to get tougher from here on out. Once you've finalized your preparations, accept this main order from the delivery terminal.